There are two kinds of worlds. The visible world we perceive with our senses is mortal, composite, and always changing, whereas the invisible world of the forms is intelligible, simple, and unchanging. The soul craves to be free of bodily endeavours and reach the unchanging and the rational. What would it be like to be the perfect individual? What will we consider as being perfect? Perhaps a superhero, a god, a beautiful piece of art. Greek philosopher Plato developed his theory of the forms, that we live among two worlds. The physical world that is ever changing, and the world of the forms, which is the pure concept of perfection that never changes, and what the physical world aspires to be. We are obsessed, though, with perfection. We look for perfection in a passing face. We seek what we deem to be the perfect life in tabloids and social media. We also expect the best of ourselves, and we expect the best from others. The promise of a perfect world is always brought before us through our peers and politicians. So why is it then we are so obsessed with perfection that our happiness becomes hinged to it, when at the same time we seek perfection in things that are barely human in itself? Even through religion, we worship the Most Highest, the one without fault, a graciousness only reserved for the deity. We can also be brutal on the expectations of our partners, friends, and family. We expect an immediacy of attraction, to know when to talk, to know when to listen. Yet perfection mainly exists in the stories of superheroes, the scriptures of gods, the conceptual beauty of a canvas. As our desires will often lead to hardship, and only a small number of us can live a life of a monk. Yet the most convincing argument is often made where our most infinite wisdom is brought at the expense of another. In other words, the hindsight of others' mistakes. The perfection we constantly seek is born simply from the unfulfillment of our own desires. And the irony is, where upheaval is at its highest, the expectations of ourselves and others will froth the sea into its thickest foam. And sometimes these expectations will ask us to be as invincible as a superhero, as merciful as a god, alluring as a piece of art. Perhaps the concept of the perfect forms derived from Plato was not to be taken literally. What it does allow is for us to consider our world from a deeper perspective. We all know perfection exists, but it is in essence a concept. And just like a piece of art, or when we see nature's own bliss, it is not something that is always common, and yet, when we are blessed in its existence, we realise the imperfection of our own being. And this is our true realisation. As much as we are obsessed with the allure of perfection, we can duly appreciate life's vulnerabilities. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and subscribe to the Mind Philosophy channel. Share your comments so I can make more videos with content you want to see. A new video is uploaded each Wednesday, so we'll see you again on our next journey.